It's Saturday, and you know what that means. Saturday SmackTalk, episode 7. I'm Nick Wietosh of Sleeper Sports Media, and for Tired Sports Network, also for No Dirt Sheets. We are here for WrestlePalooza preview. Got a lot to go over in a short amount of time. Josh is not here with me today. He is working, so it'll be just me. We'll get through this really, really quick. Probably going to be a shortest episode or shorter episodes whenever I'm by myself here. So got some plans this afternoon, so cannot go overtime. Finally getting out to golf. But we're going to start with, of course, the mentioning our partners over here. So don't forget about the Walmart storefront, ways to help out Sleeper Sports Media and Tired Sports Network. Also, WWE Shop affiliate. The links are always down there. And any T-shirt, wrestler, anyone specific you want, let me know and I can make a specific link for that shirt or anything on the WWE shop. And as well, also Chime, Cash App, Venmo. Those are ways to support here at Sleeper Sports Media, but also can sign up and get you guys money as well. Those are our partners, and we're gonna roll into it with Monday Night Raw review and results. It was the go home show, and it was okay. Wasn't anything to write home about. Of course, kind of the same, same ending, same thing throughout that it has been for the last couple of months. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed defeated LA Knight and Jimmy Uso. Jay came out to rescue him, and then LA Knight got Jay back after Jay got LA Knight back from a week ago. That was the main event sequence, and we kicked things off with John Cena cutting a promo against Brock Lesnar. Kind of explains why Brock came out last night on SmackDown and was supposed to have an exclusive interview. Ended up just attacking commentary, and then taking the camera and going back to the way that he did it with Cody whenever they were feuding. Raw, September 15th, Lyra Valkyria defeated Roxanne Perez, and we saw more of Bayley. Bayley returned to on screen being there live versus just doing these creepy vignettes of her with this split personality and going back and forth and being Hugger Bayley and being role model Bayley. We saw her excited coming back and hugging everyone. And then later in the show, Lyra went into her locker room and Bayley was completely different. Penta defeated Kofi Kingston. They're continuing this feud with the New Day and Luchas and Grayson Waller. Nothing really to write home about. Saw a post from ESPN come through the other day about Penta's rise and how he's doing great in WWE. It's not that he's not doing great, but I mean, it's not like he's going to be a world champion, a world heavyweight champion anytime soon. I mean, intercontinental champion at best. Maybe he's the one that defeats Dom at some point, but Dom is on a roll currently right now, so I wouldn't take that off him anytime soon. We roll into the face-to-face with CM Punk and AJ Lee confronting Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This was great. Probably the highlight of the night for me. Excited for this match. Cannot wait. I think this should be the main event, but we know that Cody and Drew will be the main event. We know that Cena and Brock will kick things off. My guess this would be the co-main or right in the middle, probably maybe this could even go on second. I think Bronson Reed and the Usos and Braun Breaker, that could be second. They could do the women's championship match third, and then this one, and then the main event with the WWE title and Cody's first defense since winning it back on August 3rd at SummerSlam. El Grande Americano defeated Dragon Lee with a bunch of El Grandes appearing and showing up, and believe this is now Ludwig Kaiser and the Creed brothers that are portraying El Grande Americano. Just got the update for the preview for WrestlePalooza. We'll go into that as well. Stephanie Vaquer got a win over Kairi Sane as she heads into her title match for the vacant Women's World Championship tonight versus Io Sky. That title has been vacant since Naomi announced that her and Big Jim were pregnant and expecting. Stephanie Vaquer was still deemed the number one contender since before Clash in Paris. That title match was supposed to happen there. However, it did not. And then Io Sky was given another rematch for no reason whatsoever. But at least it's not Rhea Ripley. So Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky goes down tonight at 7 on ESPN. Braun Breaker, and we get to the main event. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed defeat LA Knight and Jimmy Uso. And as I said, Jay came back out to help Jim, and LA Knight seemingly said, we're good. And LA Knight said different. Dropped him with a BFT, and that was Monday Night Raw. It was an okay show. Nothing at all to write home about. And then we go to SmackDown from last night. This was a little better from what I was able to actually sit down and watch. September 19th, they were in Toledo. We saw the Vision was there last night with Paul Heyman asking to speak to the Usos. We were informed by Nick Aldis that the Usos were not there. The Usos were not there. They were already in Indianapolis. And we, of course, WWE has not updated the results for, there we go. Okay. Yes, the Usos were not there. They were live in Indianapolis already. They would come on the screen and interrupt Paul Heyman after they had an impromptu match. All right, let's check it here. And thank you to Tyler for commenting very, very early. See here from the YouTube. We are, of course, live on the Tired Sports Network's Facebook, my YouTube, my Twitch, Tired Sports Network Twitch, my Twitter, and, of course, my Kick as well. So thank you to anyone watching there on the Twitch or on Twitter, on YouTube, anything. Thank you. We appreciate it. Helps us with get the watch time up. And this is going to be, again, a very, very quick episode. Kick doing what Twitch does and throwing the stream elements comments out there. Back to SmackDown. We kick things off with Brock Lesnar, again, doing the exclusive interview, but just ended up attacking Michael Cole and Corey Graves. That took Corey Graves away from commentary after a couple of F5s, and then we got The Miz on commentary for the rest of the show. We kicked things off in ring action. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defeating Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. That was the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match that should have happened 2 weeks ago, and of course, it didn't happen 2 weeks ago because they took Charlotte out. So I don't know what their thought process was on that. Having a championship match, taking the champions out, and then getting it 2 weeks later, but then still losing. So what they're doing with the tag title division, they're still one of the most actively defended titles in WWE versus the United States title, or Sami Zayn with the United States title has been defending it in an open challenge for 3 weeks straight now. Will again defend it next week. And that goes into Braun Breaker, the Vision coming out, Paul Heyman, and then they were attacked by Fraxium. We would get the impromptu match with Fraxium, and the Vision would beat them with no issues. Then we get Tiffany, Jade Cargill, Nia Jax. Nia Jax comes out to the ring, cuts a promo, and we get a brawl ensues from Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax. And they would announce that next week we will get the triple threat for the WWE Women's Championship, not on WrestlePalooza, not for the first time on ESPN, but next week on USA Network, on SmackDown, just like they always do with these last minute matches. We're gonna get it on the PLE, and then we just get it on the next week's SmackDown. Just like we will probably get Sami Zayn defending the United States Championship in another open challenge match. He defeated Carmelo Hayes last night, who answered the call the week before. That was his third United States Championship Open Challenge, and it was great. And he would pick up the win there. That would go into the main event, the contract signing, which we heard from Nick Aldis earlier in the show when he was talking to Paul Heyman. He didn't want any more issues. He needed to get the contract signed for the main event of WrestlePalooza. So this will be the main event for WrestlePalooza tonight at 7 on ESPN. Undisputed champion, WWE champion Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, of course, signed the contract, had some words, and then brawled outside the ring. Drew stood tall, so unfortunately that probably means he's not going to win, which at this point, if they were going to give it back to him at any point in time, it should be tonight. It should be on ESPN, and it should be at WrestlePalooza. Hey, hi there. Why would they not put it on? Yeah, it would be. It would be. But of course they need to continue building their weekly shows. Why it's on WrestlePalooza to add, that would be 6 matches. That would be fine. They must have big surprises planned. Um, I would say that they probably have. Triple H did say on First Take or one of the ESPN shows to expect some big surprises. So they they have to have something in store. So we'll get into the preview for WrestlePalooza, um, the first PLE on ESPN for the WWE and ESPN partnership. It was supposed to be WrestleMania next year, but of course we know things happen, plans change. It sucks that there won't be any title changes tonight. Well, WWE Vacant will be losing her women's championship, so a new champion will be crowned. But yes, I don't think Cody's going to lose, unfortunately. For so far, it's not like very surprising, but it should swerve us have Drew win. I doubt it. I doubt it. And thank you for joining and supporting, of course. It's gonna be quick, so I know you're gonna be in the comments there and try to keep me going, but I'm gonna stick to doing the couple things here, and it's gonna be a very quick episode. Who's losing? WWE Vacant. Whenever someone relinquishes the title, they always make it so WWE, the Twitter page Vacant, is holding the title. It's a hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'll explain it better with the graphic here. 1 second here. Where's the overlays? Here we go. Um, right here. WWE Vacant. Whenever a champion is not, whenever a champion relinquishes it and they're not champion anymore, it goes to WWE Vacant. So it's kind of it's a joke. It's a joke. um, we roll into the we roll into WrestlePalooza predictions. They had R-Truth last night trying to teach us all how to use and download and sign up for the ESPN app, and it was hilarious. Yes, if the WWE and ESPN, if you have ESPN with your cable provider, with certain ones, you automatically get it. You can sign in with your cable provider to the app, and you should get everything that you need. If not, if you don't have cable, if you don't have ESPN on your cable package already, then you would need to sign up for ESPN or like Stephanie McMahon said on her show, was sponsored by a VPN. Of all people in the world, why would they choose our shit? And Cody explained. I wonder how his Zoom went with teaching people how to make a router out of a toaster. That was the most memeable thing ever. And it turns out that his Wi-Fi actually is ran off a toaster. That was great. It was hilarious. So the ESPN, sign up for it. For the subscription, it is $30 a month, or you can bundle with ESPN, Hulu, and Disney, and all the same plans that we did that you could before. Let's see here, and we are. This is going to be a very very quick one. Like I said, just how it goes whenever you're by yourself and kind of get through stuff quicker without having conversation. Besides, of course, the wonderful people here in the comments, and it's not that I don't want to stay on here, but got to get ready to golf, of course. So WrestlePalooza preview. We have the tag match: CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This is a tough one. I don't think I'm ready to do picks. I think it has to go with Punk and Lee. Lee's return, Punk's return, has to go to them. Also, could continue the feud with either one pinning Seth and Becky could launch them into getting the next title shot. Punk and Lee over Rollins and Lynch. We go to Cena and Brock Lesnar, which we know that this is kicking off the show. We know that's kicking off the show here. Cena, Lesnar, one more time. Yes, golf day. I'm so pumped. Cena, Lesnar, one more time until the very next time. Cena's going to win. I don't see Cena losing any more of the dates that he has with his retirement tour. It's got to be down to like 5 or 6 at this point. So Cena goes over Lesnar one more time. Lesnar probably flips out at the end, or who knows? Maybe the surprise that we were told to expect would be Lesnar and Cena having a moment in some way, shape, or form. Lesnar did it with Cody. Speaking of Cody, this will be the main event. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Got it. Cody wins this one, even though Drew should win it, and we should get a title change for sure. But of course, we won't. And the vacant Women's World Championship, Io Sky against Stephanie Vicaire. I mean, that's true. Justice for Drew, yes, for sure. And bet the Vision will come out and help Brock. It could. They could. That would be interesting. Would definitely be interesting, and kind of recruit him and Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar, man. Anything to steer us in the direction of that match would be phenomenal. Unfortunately, I don't want Io to win. She's been a multi-time champion. I think Stephanie is ready. It's clear that they think so too. At some point in the near future, they wouldn't be pushing her this hard. Stephanie's got to win, I think, and Drew's got to win here. But we know Cody will win. 1, 2, 3, and of course, I'm forgetting. How could I be forgetting the other tag match that we have? The other tag match that we have here. Our graphics department was slipping. There we go. The Usos against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So the Vision coming out and helping Brock. I mean, I guess that would make sense if they would be going second. Maybe they would be going second to go from Brock and Cena into the tag match, then into the women's title match, and then into the mixed tag match to end the show with Cody and Drew. I have to get ready for Survivor Series. Yeah, those teams will start forming and filling out soon. Going to be a great time, great fall for WWE, being on ESPN, and Crown Jewel coming up early in October. They're over in Australia. So find a way to circle back around. Of course they will. Wow, this is 20. I was not kidding when I said it would be quick. 20 minutes, and we pretty much gotten through everything that I wanted to get through. This could have been an email, but that's what we got to do whenever Josh is working. Don't want to talk about any football because the performance last week was just pathetic. Just pathetic. The Steelers play the Patriots tomorrow. They dropped to 3rd place in the AFC North after the pathetic performance last week. Let's see here. 31-17 loss over to the Seahawks here. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, 18 of 33, 203 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Jaylen Warren, 48 yards on 14 carries. I mean, just absolutely pathetic all around. No, nothing good coming out of it. Jaylen Warren, 86 yards. When the running back is leading the team in both rushing yards and receiving yards, there is a problem. 9 points off of Chris Boswell. He cannot be our entire offense, and the defense needs to actually show up. Apparently, Mason Rudolph did get in the game. He was 2 of 2 for 12 yards. I didn't even know that he got into the game. So I don't know if that kind of comes from comes from Rodgers being hurt or shaken up. But Jalen Warren, Gainwell, Aaron Rodgers, and Caleb Johnson, of course, with the blunder of the day. Pat Fryermuth was second on the team with 31 yards with 3 receptions, and then it just goes down, just literally goes downhill from there. Peyton Wilson did have a sack. Jack Sawyer had a sack. I believe those were both their first sacks of their career. Jalen Ramsey did have a pick, which was great. Nick Herbig also had an interception. So the defense just needs to step up. TJ Watt seemingly not even out there on Sunday. So hopefully this Sunday it's different. We do play the Patriots. And I believe the Patriots are wearing their alternate jerseys, the red, white, and blue ones that are sick. It's in New England, and for anyone that will be watching, it's on. You can watch this on Hulu Plus Live TV, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, YouTube Premium with the Sunday Ticket, or YouTube TV with the Sunday Ticket. For the market I'm in, it's on wonderful Paramount Plus, one of the 87,000 streaming services that we need to be a sports fan. It's getting tough out here, and I wish that they had some referral links. Paramount Plus, ESPN, Peacock, all of them. Drop an affiliate program, and you would get so many people to sign up at a discounted rate, or the first month, $10 off, or whatever it ends up being. But that is Saturday Smack Talk. If anything, talk a little smack about the streaming services there. And actually, speaking of ESPN, can I guess make my picks for the pick'em for this week, since I did not do that before Thursday. We'll do here the pigskin pick'em, and if anyone wants to join that group, I will drop the link here. 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, I missed Thursday, so we will just. All right. All right, I'm going to go Packers over the Browns because it's the Browns. I do like the Colts over the Titans, and the Vikings over the Bengals. Of course, the Steelers minus 130 against the Patriots in New England. We got the Rams and the Eagles. The Eagles are just on fire right now. They are really boring to watch, but they are clicking. The Bucks are clicking as well. I would love to see them go far if the Steelers can't. Baker Mayfield, just to spite the Cleveland Browns, they let him go, and then he goes and does the things that he does here in Tampa there. We have the Raiders and the Commanders. Sorry to my guy Hunter over at Apples and Grapes Media, but the Commanders, they are going to be good and good for a while. The Falcons and the Panthers. This is the toilet bowl right here, but this is to stay out of the basement in the NFC South. And yes, Carolina, but go Falcons in this one. We got the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sorry, Tony Khan, but Houston. And here's Bella making another appearance. So I guess not doing it quite solo, but here is Bella making her return to Saturday Smack Talk, at least for now, before she runs off and goes to do something else. We have the Broncos and the Chargers. Go Chargers in this one, and the Seahawks and the Saints. I would love to see the Saints come back and beat the Seahawks and have them lose after beating the Steelers, but I think they get this one over the Saints. And then we have Sunday Night Football. We have the Cowboys. We have the Bears. It pains me to pick the Cowboys in anything, but the Cowboys over the Bears. Sorry to Seth Rollins. And then we have the Cardinals and the Niners. The Cardinals, of course, on the road here, and this is Monday Night Football. Or no, this is 2 Sunday Night Football games this week instead of, wow, okay. Oh, no, these are not Sunday night. These are the afternoon slated games. The Niners over the Cardinals, and then we get into Sunday night, the Chiefs and the Giants. The Chiefs will bounce back, and I think the Giants are in for a world of pain with this one. It's in New York, and Patrick Mahomes has never started out 0-2 in his career until this year. And with all the talking going on, all the Saturday Smack Talk going on outside of here and across the league against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, and the dynasty is dying, it's over. Patrick Mahomes is going to bounce back, and they are going to rip the Giants a new one. We go to Monday night. This is also on ESPN. We have the Lions and the Ravens. We're going to go with the, unfortunately, actually I can't pick the Ravens, so we're going to go with the Lions, and the tiebreaker here, I'm going to say 46 points. And those are my week 3 picks. You can join the Pigskin Pick'em here. Drop the link here, share it. All right, let's see. Invite friends here, copy the link. We'll drop that in the comments there. And I will also put it in the description on YouTube, across everything. Actually, I can't make any changes right now while we're live, but 30 minutes is pretty good for rolling solo for this week. Again, of course, support Tired Sports Network, Josh's channels, my channels, and all the other channels that are affiliated with the Tired Sports Network here. Big things going on over here as football rolls around and comes through. There you see live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, also Facebook, and of course Twitter as well. That's going to wrap it up for episode 7. Josh, I believe, will be back next week to recap the wonderful weekend that is WWE on ESPN. AEW All Out is also going on today at 3:00. But of course, the matches for that are a mile long, so it would take me another 45 minutes to an hour just to get through the kickoff show. Yes, All Out is on at 3:00 live on HBO Max for the first pay-per-view for AEW on HBO Max. Just for the fun of it, I'll go through the show there. There we go. Yeah, All Out is on HBO Max, pay-per-view, $39.99. We have the AEW World Championship match, Hangman Adam Page versus TNT champion Kyle Fletcher. We have Women's World Championship 4-way match, Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Thekla. We have the Unified Championship 3-way match, Okada, Takeshita, and Dorada. The TBS Championship, Mercedes Moné versus Rio. World Tag Team Championship 4-way ladder match, Brodito, Young Bucks, Jet Speed, versus Jet Speed, okay, and versus Josh Alexander and the Don Callis family. A tables and tax match, MJF versus Mark Briscoe. A coffin match in Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR, just a regular tag match. And of course, Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill. Big Bill was cutting a promo saying that he doesn't believe Eddie Kingston is going to show up. How they have built and pushed this match without Eddie Kingston on TV and just throwing this together last minute really proves all the memes are correct, and they're just throwing stuff at a dartboard hoping it sticks and then running with that. And we also have the Hurt Syndicate versus Ricochet and Gates of Agony, and that is the entire card for AEW All Out. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 matches. And of course, they're going to add 43 matches to the pre-show. This is going to be so much bloodshed with the Hangman and Fletcher match and Moxley and Darby. It's going to be insane. The tables and tax match, tables and tax match. Yes, yeah. MJF is MJF, Mark and Briscoe, or whoever I said he's facing. I mean, all of these names I just read through. But yes, that is going to wrap it up. I was about to say 10 is conservative. They got to add at least 2 more. I don't know what is planned for the All Out, the 0 hour. It doesn't have that listed here. They don't even. AEW does a great job of their preview, but they don't do anything for their anything for their graphics. They don't have their graphics accessible to on the website there. It looks like they're doing AW Tailgate Brawl preview for the 20th. That is live on TNT and HBO Max at 2 p.m. So I don't know if they're still going to do a 0 hour, but that All Out starts at 3 p.m. The actual pay-per-view at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. 1 hour AW Tailgate Brawl live at 2 on TNT and HBO Max, and then we go into pay-per-view. So it looks like there's no 0 hour. Oh no, I'm sorry, I lied. This is in addition to zero AW 0 hour, which also is available on all digital platforms. So regular how they do it there. Tailgate Brawl matches preview also Daniel Garcia versus Shibata 3, Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs of the Ops versus the Workhorsemen. And then we have a Tailgate Tornado Tag Match, ROH Interim World TV Champion Mina Shirakawa, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Queen Aminata versus Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue. And of course, so we have those three matches on all Tailgate Brawl, and then we go into 0 hour, which I don't know if that is up yet. We can try to find it here. Find it here, and then of course AEW is back in Pittsburgh on the 24th for Dynamite. Yeah, no, I don't see anything for this on the 0 hour. So I'm sure those 47 matches will be added later. Brawl at yes, they are very clever with doing this, and I wonder if they'll release any more footage of CM Punk and Tony Khan fearing for his life. But that is going to pretty much do it and wrap it up here. No more other big time news. Jake Paul and Tank Davis is going to happen in Miami, Florida now, and not in Atlanta. The commission in Atlanta would not sanction the fight, and now we will see it take place in Miami. So the fight is still happening. Any idiots out there saying that it was canceled or in jeopardy, they are, like I said, idiots, and only listen to MVP officials, Nikisa Badarian or Jake Paul himself, or the MVP page as well. But anyone who says it was in jeopardy or anything, they just clearly don't know. But that is going to wrap it up for episode 7 of Saturday Smack Talk here on the Tired Sports Network. I'm Nick Wietosh of Sleeper Sports Media, No Dirt Sheets. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week for more Saturday Smack Talk. We are at